debates.
Yeah, we've kind of been treading on this subject a little bit, and I'm afraid that we're just going to be all over it, so we might as well just deal with it now here in this first hour. Here's the question. Are you worried about TJ Dillashaw making weight for UFC Brooklyn? Yes or no, but expand goes.
I wish there was an option that said, yeah, little, but there isn't. So I'm going to say no, just because everything they've said, everything that's come out of that camp has been so calculated, right? With science, nutrition, all of that. They had already done the test cut before for Demetrius Johnson, so I think they have an idea of where they need to be. Now, granted, the shift in the amount of weeks that they've had is a little different now, but TJ was ahead of schedule, so it seems like everything's good. If you look at TJ's demeanor, he doesn't seem to be tripping on it at all. He seems in great spirits. I'm going to go with no.
You're not worried?
I'm not worried. I think at the end of the day, he'll get it done. It seems like everything that camp, everything that he does,
I'm worried
a
little because Cejudo's had – well, no, the question is actually about TJ Dillashaw. I'm worried a little bit, so I have to technically go with yes because I think 1 to 10% is still a yes. But I'm trying to block it and just rely on the fact that Dillashaw and his camp are very professional. At least that's the way they've always appeared to me. So I'm being optimistic, but I can't lie. I am feeling. I mean, that's why I ask these questions. You know, what's going to happen? Should Cejudo fight? And what are we going to happen?
1 to 2% could be anyone, though, right? You would feel that way for anyone.
Yeah, it's a little for me. How about you, Dan?
I'm going to go ahead and I don't want to tip the hand of the results, but to bring a debate into it, I'm going to have to. I'm going to go against anybody who went against no, and I'll let George here tell you how many of you did it, because if we're gonna, I think even people who aren't having like weight cutting as like top of their totem pole, maybe they have fighter pay above what the sport needs above it. Maybe they have other issues, trades or whatever. Fine, that's fair. But even the critics of weight cutting, the people who poo-poo it, have to admit that it is an issue and it is on the table. So if you're voting no for the question that says, are you worried about TJ Dillashaw? I feel like if you say no to this question, you are saying that weight cutting is not an issue. Because if we're not worried, now am I up at night, oh, worried about TJ Dillashaw, oh, praying, and that meme where, you know, the guy and the girl in the bed and the pillow? No, that's not me. But I am voting yes, because if we're not going to worry about a high-profile match on the debut ESPN, a champion going against another champion, a high-level fighter making a weight cut he's never made before in the age of social media, where we can see him drawn out on the way there. We have a history of bad weight cutting in both this sport and other combat sports, and this isn't enough to worry. Now, I think he's going to make weight. I'm picking him to win. I'm not saying we should be stopping the presses, and the commission needs to be raising a flag because we still got to get past that bridge. But it's an interesting question, because if we're going to phrase it like this, I feel like if you're saying no, I don't know. Am I crazy here, guys? I feel like that's kind of like saying you know, weight cutting is not a big deal.
I said yes, but I'm not too worried. But I am technically under yes. You were a little bit more under no.
I'm confident he's going to make it. What I'm not confident about is how the performance is going to be afterwards and how it's going to affect him. As far as him getting to it, I think he'll do it. But that just seems like it's a lot. It seems like it's tough. And the only reason I'm picking him to do it is because it seems like he's done his research. He seems fine right now. But I don't know what he's going to be like the night afterwards. And I don't think it's even fair to say he knows how that's going to be.
I guess that's why I'm voting yes. I mean, just because I don't know. I mean, and it's funny because I'm picking him as well to make the weight as well goes, and yeah, but I end up on the other side of that, I guess.
76% said no. Boy, how chill are those people, huh?
Yeah.
Either they may not understand the history of both guys, although right now we're just isolated on Dillashaw, or they just trust Dillashaw, or they just don't want to worry about it. They compartmentalize and say, I don't, you know, the fight's going to go on. But I think anybody that knows anything about the sport's got a little bit of a worry, right?
I would imagine if you're a fan, and you want to buy tickets for this event, I would be scared to buy tickets for that event. It would be one that I would either wait until the very end, or I just would go to the next card.
I don't know what their weigh-in situation is going to be like on ESPN, but all the websites are going to stream it. If there's going to be television, I'd love to know about it. But trust me, around that time, when there's a block, if somebody sends out a tweet that says Dillashaw's weighing in 5 minutes, there will be a spike in viewership. We all want to know. Same goes for Cejudo. So that's why this 76 is a little bit shocking to me.
Do you know what my panic button is on this?
What?
I want him to be first to weigh in. If he's not first to weigh in, it's going to scare the crap out of me.
Both of them. We'd like to see both of them
Both
early.
of
All right, 76 said no. 24 said yes. Thank you to the 1,655 that voted.